The show goes on in boys lacrosse, business as usual for the Lawrenceville Big Red, and just down the street at Notre Dame, a come-from-behind win by an unwelcome guest. I'm Mark Fontes with sports. Every autumn for the last decade, keeping a Prep A title winning streak alive has been paramount for Pennington girls soccer. However, in the spring, protecting and prolonging much the same streak has been the objective of Lawrenceville Prep's boys lacrosse squad. Monday afternoon, with some rain disturbing things between them and the Petty Falcons, the two tribes went to war.
Lawrenceville and Petty compete in all things. In boys lacrosse Monday, Elville's fans prepared for showers. Their boys trying to win their 11th straight Prep A title. Second quarter, Big Red already up by 4. Walker Kirby makes it 5, punches it past goalie Hugh O'Neill. An 8-3 contest with just over 4 to go in the first half. Petty on the attack. This, an incomplete pass that Kirby gets closest to. The Falcon fans watched him hustle down the field with it and convert it to another goal. 9-3 now the score. Kirby and Nick Minnow tied for their team goal lead, 3 each. Also contributing to this first half offensive siege, Brendan Newman. That was his only goal on the day, but he also tallied 3 assists. Falcons trying to snap this scoring streak. Ben Pagan here to William Schwartz. Schwartz fires and he scores it on the bounce. Yet at halftime, still very much looking like a Big Red Monday. 10-4 was the score. In the second half, the defenses and goalies on both sides stepped up. Petty's Frank Anastasio, who scored once, tries to here, but it's rescued by Charlie Gallagher. He had 8 saves. Later, Wyatt Rancourt of the Big Red shoots, but it's right to Nick Sapnar, who took over for O'Neill in the second half. Now, this would not last forever. Newman here to Nick Minnow, and Minnow pokes it in. While players on this year's team were not there for all of the last 10 wins in the Prep A title game, they know of the tradition and how important it is to keep it alive, which they did. The Lawrenceville Big Red boys lacrosse squad captures its 11th consecutive Prep A state title. After the game, captains presented with the prestigious trophy. The next day, after heavy downpour, the wet ground not halting things at all between the Princeton Day Panthers and Notre Dame Irish in this MCT quarterfinal matchup. Jacob Chevelle of the Panthers punches this one in. He had that goal and an assist. Teron Auslander breaking free with it here, passes midfield. It fires it Louis Blackburn's way. Blackburn sends it back. Auslander finds Bump Lisk, who shoots, and goalie John Witalik does what he does best. Later, though, the ball back with PDS. Tyler Olson with Witalik out of the net scores a gimme. That brought the Panthers to within 1, just minutes to play in regulation of this contest. Closing in on 5 to go, Louis Blackburn looking at his options, shoots, Witalik stops it, then nets it. Part of a 20-save evening for the man. Under 2 to go, Garrett Jensen ties the game with that shot. He almost stepped into the crease, but not quite. This score would remain tied until the second overtime, and guess who it was? Jensen again. He quick-sticked the game-winning goal in there. PDS dethrones the reigning MCT champion of boys lacrosse, and now the Panthers move on to the semifinals. These highlights, by the way, brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, members working to ensure your child's future success.
Elsewhere in MCT play, softball is down to the semifinal round. Allentown's ladies tonight were in action against West Windsor Plainsboro North, while Robbinsville did battle with Notre Dame. Highlights on tomorrow's show. And speaking of Robbinsville, one of their varsity cheerleaders just signed on to cheer at a Division I school. Find out who she is and where she's going Thursday on WZBN Sports. And finally, Team of the Day is brought to you by Prior NAMI Business Systems, an authorized Canon Sales and Service Center, your business solutions headquarters. Allentown Redbirds softball's trip to tonight's semis was made possible by a 10-4 victory over Steinert Monday in the MCT quarterfinals. That was before the gist of the rain arrived. The main highlight, shortstop Dana Sensi belted the 150th hit of her high school career. It was an RBI single that was part of a 3-run third inning for the Birds. They took the game 10-4, as mentioned. With 150, Sensi also broke 2010 alumni Kristen Tapp's Allentown record. The senior shortstop plays basketball in the winter, but has made her softball ladies today's team of the day. That's all for sports. Next, if you're familiar with the work that groups like City of Angels do, you might want to stay tuned for tonight's Mercer County Close-Up. We'll be right back.